So I totally get those days, right, where you feel aligned and clear and happy and like, right, in the vortex, as this is now a little bit of Abraham Hicks's language, right? Like everything is flowing and it's going according to plan. And then suddenly, boom, right, you get an email, you get a bill, you get a conversation, you get, right, like a really disturbing experience, relationship, or situation that occurs in your life that completely knocks you off course, makes you completely misalign, makes you completely start to hit a wobble, a panic, an overwhelm, a sense of fear, anxiety, etc. And then like everything fucking goes out the window and you're like, okay, what now? I just want you to think about the last time you had one of those wobbles, right? And what the trigger was, what the like first thing that happened was, whether it was an actual external event, like someone said something to you, something did something to you, you received something, you had a conversation, right? So there's some usual external stimulus, typically, that happens to us that we perceive, and then we add our own thoughts and emotions about that, right? So in NLP language, it's like we're navigating the territory outside, right? And then we create our own map, our own representation, our own representation of what we've just experienced back with all of our own thoughts and feelings and thoughts about our feelings and thoughts about our thoughts and feelings about our feelings and feelings about our thoughts. And it's a whole meta state that occurs with like in the blink of an eye, right? Without you even being conscious of it largely. And so that's the one potential like way it occurs. The other way it occurs, right, is that you are just lying there. You are just sitting there. You are just like chilling out, and or like you're at work or you're at home or whatever. You're cooking dinner, doing whatever, and then suddenly you start to think about the future, think about the past. You start to consider things that haven't yet occurred or that have occurred, and you now start to have different thoughts and emotions internally. So now we are talking about your internal map about the territory, right? About your external reality and the situations and relationships that you now have to navigate or that you have navigated in the past. So in either of those two scenarios, what's ultimately happening is that you are now directing your energy. This is really important. That's why I teach energy intelligence, right? And not just like things like about manifestation and, repurpose self-help techniques and tactics, because it's not about that. It's actually about learning how to align your energies, which inform your thoughts, your feelings, right? Your emotions, your energy in motion, and your actions, right? Like your actions are not informed by batteries, right? We don't have to plug ourselves into a wall socket. We have to actually tune in, tap in, and turn on our soul state and all of the energy that is ultimately animating us as human beings. Because essentially, we are energetic beings having a human experience, but you have to master both realms if you want to create and experience your human existence, right? Your three-dimensional reality that you find yourself in a way that is fulfilling and satisfying and joyful and easeful and all the things. And so, but you first have to understand, right, are the mechanics of what creates your state, the state of being that you find yourself in typically. Now, we can navigate through multiple states, right? And again, it depends on what you are thinking and what you are feeling. And yes, emotional intelligence was helpful to help us understand our emotions, right? Energy and motion, but it's just one little tiny piece of a massive puzzle of what it means to be human. So the